Randy Orton just made a really bold claim regarding Roman Reigns, so we'll see what he had to say there. We'll also see what could be next for Becky Lynch, a potential John Cena return feud, and much more. Starting things off with this Randy Orton and Roman Reigns related story. This week marked the 20th year anniversary of Randy Orton's WWE debut. WWE has been posting several highlights and tributes to Randy Orton's career. One of the pieces of content WWE released was a video with Randy Orton himself, where he gives a brief summary of his career and what's next for him. He had this to say during those closing moments of that WWE released video, quote, "I'm sure Roman Reigns got Dwayne Johnson's agent's number on speed dial. Roman will be in Hollywood. I'll still be here. I'm in my prime, ladies and gentlemen. I got a long way to go. My legacy will be that I did it longer than anybody." End quote. So Randy Orton made it clear that even 20 years into his career, he's still got a long time left in the ring. He even used Roman Reigns as an example of how he'll be sticking around WWE himself. Orton claims that Roman Reigns will be long gone into the Hollywood scene and that he's still going to be in WWE while Roman is over there. Randy Orton, now 42 years old, recently said in an interview that he's looking at 50 years old to be his final year in the ring. So, if that's still the plan and still what Randy Orton wants to get done, you're talking nearly another decade in the ring, which will put him right around a 30-year-long career. We're definitely seeing more and more superstars wrestle in their 50s. You see what Chris Jericho is still doing, Goldberg, and what Stone Cold Steve Austin just did at age 57. So it all comes down to how long Randy Orton wants to keep going for. But telling by his comments there in that video, it looks like his goal is to have the longest career in all of WWE history. So maybe he's looking to retire around year 30 or year 35. Just a huge number like that, which will be hard for someone else to reach. To think that Randy Orton has been on the active roster for 20 plus years is just unbelievable to think about. He was never released, never took any major time off besides injuries, and was just always available for nearly 2 entire decades. But like Randy Orton said himself, he's nowhere near the end. He still has so many years left in the ring, and it looks like a lot of more memorable Randy Orton moments are still on the way. One of the popular rumors over the last few weeks has been the 2022 return for John Cena. Despite his growing superstardom in Hollywood, John Cena always finds some time to devote to WWE every single year. Over the years, John Cena has come around for one big feud each year. 2020 was a dedication to The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Cena and Wyatt were supposed to meet each other in the middle of the ring, but that match was changed to the Firefly Funhouse match, which ended up being a very unique experience for a match. Then in 2021, John Cena's time was dedicated to a feud with Roman Reigns. Cena tried to put an end to Roman's title reign, but was unsuccessful. It was a great story and match. The only part that was unfortunate was the fact that everyone knew Cena was leaving again after SummerSlam. So there was never any real suspense there that he would dethrone Roman Reigns. But besides that, it was a great run. Now in 2022, and like we talked about a few weeks ago, Cena is rumored for another summer return. Everyone is assuming that he has a good chance of possibly being on the SummerSlam card, but nothing is confirmed as of right now. But who would be his opponent and main focus for this 2022 return? Well, some fans are coming up with a lot of possibilities, and one of those names is Austin Theory. Austin Theory has been a real focal point of Raw over these last few months. After an unsuccessful main roster run in 2020, Theory returned to Raw late last year and has been focused on quite a lot. He went to Vince McMahon for advice, and surprisingly enough, Vince took Theory under his wing and made him like his right-hand man. Theory even had a big role at WrestleMania 38 by being in the ring with Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin. So he's definitely making a mark in WWE right now. Another one of his recent highlights was of course the United States title win. Theory has brought back a title to Vince McMahon, and Vince seems very pleased with him right now. But what if John Cena, another one of Vince McMahon's all-time favorites, returns and has something to say to Theory? Vince McMahon loves Theory, but he obviously has a lot of love that goes back even longer with John Cena. So it would be an interesting element to play with, how Vince McMahon would handle one of his old favorites and his new favorite facing off against each other. Theory even recently talked about John Cena during an interview and mentioned how much of an inspiration John Cena was to him in WWE. Theory was a big fan of John Cena's WWE character itself and just everything about John Cena while growing up. So it's another one of those instances where a new superstar would get a chance to step in the ring with their idol. But of course, Austin Theory, the WWE character, is not a fan of John Cena. A video from a recent live event showed Theory walking up to a young fan, decked all out in John Cena gear, and Theory mocked them and said how he's so much better than John Cena. So it was just a little moment at a live event, but it really helped spark this concept about Theory versus Cena. We'll have to see if this match ever happens in the future. Becky Lynch's WWE return has been confirmed for the April 25th edition of Raw. This is being recorded before that edition of Raw, but there's a lot of theories and rumors about what could be next for Becky. Now, this edition of Raw that she's returning at will feature a Raw Women's title match between Bianca Belair and Sonya Deville. One of the easiest guesses for Becky's return will be that she interrupts the title match in some way in order to take revenge on Bianca Belair for WrestleMania. We've seen Bianca versus Becky a handful of times over the last few months. But remember that we never saw Bianca successfully defend a title against Becky Lynch. That exact scenario only took place once, which was SummerSlam 2021, and Bianca was unsuccessful. So it would be great for Bianca's character to not only dethrone Becky Lynch, but get another win in where she successfully defends against Becky Lynch. That would really seal the deal and close that final chapter in that feud. But obviously, Becky's chances of winning the title back are extremely low. So, what does she do after that potential rematch with Bianca? Well, fans are throwing around a lot of ideas. Some fans think it'll be interesting to see Becky possibly help Seth Rollins out with Cody Rhodes in order to possibly set up the return of Brandi Rhodes. But at the same time, that story is way too similar to what went down with Miz and Edge. So you gotta be careful not to copy and paste that much. Since Alexa's probably gonna stay away from the title for a little while herself, it seems like a big non-title feud will be the best direction for her. Maybe Alexa Bliss eventually interrupts Becky Lynch and starts something up with her. Maybe Alexa's character feels like she was thrown to the side ever since Becky came to Raw, so she wants to set Becky straight. So it'll be interesting to see what's next for Becky Lynch there, but what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.